What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out. This is my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, the late night episode, late night edition. So yeah, I meant to record this earlier, but forgot. It seems that the PlayStation 5 has a design flaw. Oh, the PlayStation 5 is so great. Mark Cerny, he's the best. Whose idea was it to do liquid metal? Whose idea was that? I knew that was a bad idea. I was like, you look at all the PCs out there. You look at all the people who build PCs. You go on YouTube, you see all these people, J2 Cents or freaking, I was gonna say Yang, yeah, but that's not him. Bitwit, Paul's Hardware, all these guys. They do not use liquid metal. They use, the thermal paste. They use the true, tried and true standard thermal paste. Now there's crazy builds. Oh, let's put this in mineral spirits to submerge a aquarium computer. Something crazy. And I'm like, whatever. That's just for the video. But if they're gonna build a rig, I don't know any of them using liquid metal. Why? Because none of them really put their CPUs horizontally. It's always vertical. That's how all cases are for the most part. Hanging on the wall, whatever. Everything's vertical. So when the designers over at Sony decided to put liquid metal and then have the orientation of the PlayStation 5 be vertical, what happens to liquid with gravity? I mean, look, I'm no genius. I'm no smart engineer guy. Yeah, sure, they put a little weather strip and seal around it. Guess what? Failure. I'm like, that sounds like putting liquid in your computer is a bad idea for the most part. Yes, there's liquid cooling, sure. There's closed loop systems, but guess what? They can leak as well. So there's always a danger when you put liquid near electricity. Just saying. Now, this is liquid metal, which is even worse because liquid metal conducts electricity greater than water or any type of antifreeze or anything like that, right? So what's happening with these failed PlayStation 5s, the failure of a design of PlayStation 5 is that vertically it leaks, the seal fails, the liquid, contacts it, blow up your PlayStation or whatever. I actually don't know exactly what has happened but there have been many pictures, multiple pictures of failures of this liquid metal and the seal around it, the little foam seal or whatever it is. And they've, damaged PlayStation 5s. It is a design flaw. The fact that they have a stand so you can place it vertically, and that's how they promote it. That's how all of the ads of PlayStation has it orientated vertically, which is part of the design flaw. Now, is that 100% failure rate? No. I mean, this just began. So, is it going to be a red ring of death type of situation? We'll have to see. You got 30 million PlayStations. How many millions of PlayStations are affected by this? It's kind of a sign of desperation because they were trying to push their hardware past the point of where they should have. They were trying to overclock it more than they should have, and so they tried to implement this, or they did implement this liquid metal solution, which is a bad idea because of the failure point in it. If they would have just said, okay, we're gonna have slower clocks and just have regular thermal paste, then this would not even be an issue. Vertical, horizontal, doesn't matter. But they're trying these things that are unorthodox. Now, I'm not saying, it's bad to try new stuff, but this is what happens. If you have something tried and true, you say, oh, we're gonna do something different, yay. And it's not like they invented liquid cooling. They didn't. It's been around for a long time. Like I said, some of these YouTubers have messed around with it before PlayStation decided to put it in their console. So it's just a dumb design. And they, like I said, they were desperate in order to get their system to seem like it's stronger or strong enough to compete with the specs of the Xbox Series X. And that's why they use the liquid cooling. That's why there's failures right now. Not because they cared about the consumer. They just wanted to be, you know, I think Sony is still grasping at the whole power thing. They want to be the most powerful. When the first PlayStation came out, they were more powerful than the Saturn, than everything else out there. And that was one of the things that helped PlayStation, you know, in the beginning. And they have not gained that back since. PlayStation 2, less powerful. PlayStation 3, more powerful, but too difficult to program for, so they didn't gain from that. PlayStation 4 was the only time when they got, and you see what happened, right? More PlayStation 4, more powerful and cheaper as well. The price was good. More powerful than Xbox One. Boom. Right? So that's the winning formula. More powerful, cheaper, and developer friendly, or user developer friendly, whatever. That's the formula. They have failed this generation in following their own formula that has worked twice for them. Their two successful consoles, I can just, you know, generally look at that and say, that's what you need to do, Sony. Why aren't you doing it? And the reason is because Xbox caught them by surprise. And I think whatever Xbox is doing on their hardware front is going to be something that they're going to continue to do, as far as outpace Sony in the power, because they made it a statement. They're like, yo, we got money, we have more money for R&D, so we're gonna just make the most powerful console, don't matter. And they can take a loss, don't matter. Sony's trying to be Nintendo and make money on each console. Meanwhile, Xbox is like, nah, we can lose a little something. We're just trying to get some market share, get that Game Pass going, you know what I'm saying? So it's two different approaches, two different strategies, two different business models, and that's fine. But Sony's business model equates to less powerful hardware compared to Xbox's business model, which is the hardware doesn't matter, so we can take a loss on it because we want subs. And that's it. Look at Nintendo. They have the less powerful hardware, right? Because that's they want to make money on each system. So what they do is they make their hardware spec, and they say, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and then they charge a certain amount of money. You know, Nintendo Switch is $350 for the OLED version. That's no way that doesn't cost $350. So they're making money on each console. That's what Sony wants to do, and that's fine. But you can't have the most powerful hardware and have a price that people are willing to pay for. It's not gonna work, because you're gonna have an $800 PlayStation 6, you know? So that's a problem. And it's dark now. And so what are they gonna do? Who knows? But, you know, I appreciate you guys. There you go. Let me know in the comments. Is this a big deal? The failings of the failings of the design of the PlayStation 5s. I mean, aesthetically, it's an ugly system. Now, physically, it's bad. It's not like, how do they fix this? Do they go to regular, you know, cooling, you know, thermal paste? But then they can't overclock it the way that they do, because they couldn't get the same amount of cooling. So they've kind of put themselves in a position where they can't change from liquid cooling because it would affect performance of their console. They're in a bad situation. They need to totally redesign the PlayStation 5. They need to do a PlayStation 4 Pro and not use liquid cooling. I want to know how they're going to figure that one out. But anyway, let me know in the comments below about this. It's crazy. And I appreciate you guys. Sorry for the lateness and the cops. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It wasn't me. I ain't do it. But yeah, I wish you a happy new year. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'm not going to sleep. It's too early. But hit it in the comments, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one.